Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Kalinka opened a meeting with, "I'd like to know what's so hard about planning a container shipping harbor. Our helicopters are sitting on the pads waiting for work. We won't be getting anywhere that way." She was looking directly at Ulyov. Ulyov cleared his throat. "I know, Kalinka. This is taking much longer than it should, and it's directly my fault. Allow me to explain," Ulyov said. "We have the convergence of 4 different modes of transportation, and only so much space and ability to transfer materials to our packaging facilities. We have to ensure a smooth flow of rail, tram, bus, and foot traffic. Working the details out is far more complicated than I anticipated. I assumed with Claren's help we'd be able to knock the plans out in 1 or 2 sessions. We've been at it for 3 weeks now, and we're not making any great progress." "That is a gross understatement, Ulyov," Kalinka growled. "When can I expect plans for the container area to be on my desk?" Clarence started to speak, but Ulyov cut him off. "Sorry, Clarence, this is on me. I'll have the plans done by week's end, Kalinka, one way or another." "Very well," Kalinka said. "I expect to be able to examine them over the weekend. That will be all, gentlemen." Ulyov and Clarence got up from the table and left the meeting room. Christoph got up and closed the door. He turned to Kalinka and said, "That was a little harsher than I expected and more than was needed to be, in my opinion, Kalinka." "That was the toned-down version, Christoph," Kalinka replied. "I'm more than furious with Ulyov at the moment. His dawdling with his duties has put a strain on his department. I've heard more than the average amount of grumbling, and I don't like it." "I understand, but you did get a half apology from him," Christoph said. "I would have preferred a full apology, but a promise to finish the planning stage by the end of the week will suffice. Time is money, my dear," Kalinka said matter-of-factly. Christoph was not familiar with this side of Kalinka. He was not sure how to react. "Hi, Cheeb here. Welcome to episode 90. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my little channel and playing a game that I love to play. So here's where I left off last time. We'll be coming back to this, but there's a couple things that I'd like to take care of before I get too deep into the planning mode that Kalinka's holding over my head. The first one, I just want to check and see how we're doing worker-wise. Not near max. We can tweak that as we need to. We've got our metros coming and going. I'm not sure that they've completely spaced out yet. They might have, but we've got enough workers. No no great hurry there. And then the last thing that not the last thing, the next thing that I want to check into, or that I want to fix, is I need a way in here, if I'm going to be picking up the wagons that we're creating. Otherwise, they'll just take up space, and that's about all that'll happen with them. So, that said, let's see what I can do for getting this in here. Let's see, can I get you? Oh, you will go there. That would be all right. I think I can live with that. Certainly not going to be a high traffic scenario. So let's get the gang working. Hopefully, maybe not by the end of this episode, but soon, will be electricity problem. That's not a message anymore. Oh, okay. We're fine. Substation. And it's out. Good, good. Little panic attack there. It's all good. Yes, and Kalinka was right. Our helicopters are pretty much just sitting here not doing much. And we need to get them involved. And I got to figure out a way to get this fire put out. I'm not sure how I can do that. I thought if I added fire truck here, that would allow that to happen. And it's not doing anything. So if any of you have ideas, I'm all ears, because this will just go on and on and on, and not real keen on that whole scenario. So yeah, good times. Thanks, Frankie, for pointing that out again. And if you have any great ideas, and I know you do, let me know. Really appreciate it. All right. There's a couple of, or at least one thing that I would like to place in here, and I need to find the right spot for it. Really needs to be put in, and really it's in my mind, it's one of the latest monuments, and I should probably go to my mod collection, which is getting ridiculous, or has been ridiculous for some time. I don't know if that's the right place for that one. Might be better off putting this. So let me continue. Due to infrastructure. Actually, it might be better putting that right in front of City Hall. This is a game that many of us love to play. No ifs, ands, or buts. It has scratches all the right itches. We've got a desire to take this, to play this game, because it not only challenges us, but it gives us satisfaction when we get things right, and forces us to use our brain when we don't get it right. Not many games that I've played do that to the extent that this game does, and give you some artistic freedom in the whole gamut. So I'm putting this up as I believe in the developers, in so much that they've created something that I love to play. I enjoy the game immensely, and I want them to know that I want this game to continue being played by all of us, and see it grow and have nothing but success. That said, I'm going to leave that where it is, and I hope you all feel the same way. So, the next scenario, what do I need to deal with? I don't think there's a whole bunch. I got a couple of messages here. I should probably have a look at this. Yeah, you're still waiting, so I should clear this, because I don't know when you're going to. You're almost out, but not really, so I'm going to send you on your way so we can get one of our food trains. Or give one of our... Where are you going, anyway? This is crops, and this is the only way you can turn around. Is that right? Huh. Okay, that's something I'm going to need to look at. Because I wouldn't have thought of this as a... Well, I mean, if you're coming here, yeah, it's a turnaround, but to be used as. Anyway, something else to be looked at. We're making good progress here. Lots of people getting our materials delivered. Should be dealt with without too much issue. Could maybe just to keep our helicopters going. Let's get another mine dealt with. And I think I decided in my brain that this needs to be electrified. Now, I think I'm only going to be able to electrify one side of it, but let's do that. We've definitely got more than enough trains from here. Oh, it can get to both. Okay, that's cool. It's probably going to mess up our deliveries, but yeah, what do you do? Okay, let's go see about some containers. Now, is this going to work? Because these are now pointed this direction, and to get a train in here, that's just going to be major pain. I would prefer these be pointed the other direction. So you're going to have to go. And I got to figure out something else with this. You might have seen me wrestling with these a little bit last episode. Well, more than a little bit, honestly. Yeah, this is quite new to me, and so new that I've for containers. Okay, I did guess right. Maybe there's, well, it's just to try to get two in there. Just having a little bit of an issue. Oh, you might be able to. Let's see, we get my grid back on. Oh, and the other thing that I was thinking about, once we get into full-on construction mode, what I'm going to do is try to keep these about 30-minute sessions, and I think I've just wasted 10 yabbering. So another 20 minutes. So I'm just going to give that a shot and see how that works. This should be able to connect to that first one. There we go. Right there. If I do that, and then I don't know if that's going to be too far. What if let me zoom in a little bit here just so I get a little better picture of where we're at. We've got to go a little bit further up. And I think I have these backwards already, but let me just, while I'm here with that. Yeah, it's too long. Too long. Why? Why what? This is hard. Okay, let's try. Let's see, what else do we have? Liquid, cooling, and liquid. Okay, so these are the three that I have the option of using, or that I'm considering using. And they all look the same. Getting myself all flustered now. What's our capacity on this one? That's a pretty, well, I was thinking that's a pretty fair amount, but maybe it's not. That's really not going to happen, is it? From a road perspective is where I'm trying to go with that. I was thinking the reason that I want to have the road on that side. Oh. Let me mirror that and see if I get it a little bit closer. If I can get it to cooperate. Excuse my wrestling. Oh, that's going to work. Okay. Now the next thing will be a loading and unloading. That I'm going to have to create here. Yes, I could probably run them directly in. But with dropping off 4 different materials here, I'm thinking a cargo station with much more capacity in terms of rail lines, it's going to be a better way to go. So, that said, I can tee that, straighten that out, move it a little bit back. There, and they're both connected. Okay. It's not going to be the prettiest thing you've ever seen. Okay. That works there. Now, obviously, the plans have changed to working with a single one. I just don't see it being feasible trying to get, you know, people into these. I just see it being more complicated than it's going to be. That's going to be possible. The next scenario. So for this one, we're going to need a couple of warehouses. Are we looking there? Lots of connection options, for sure. If I go this direction with it. Okay, I can try that. Should have no... too long. I don't want you to be... Okay, it's not far enough left. Okay. Let me see here. Let's try that again. Warehouse. Somewhere right in there. And a little up. Let's see if that's going to cooperate. That looks okay. Let's try one more. This one might be a little trickier. Just from a length perspective, and I need to give myself the ability to get a road in there. Why don't I put the road in? Whoops, excuse me. Put the road in now while I'm thinking about that. Just to give me a little bit of spacing so I know where I'm at, how far up I can go. Oh, right there. I'll try that. Too long. Okay. Are we going to try something different? I think we will. Okay, get rid of all that. All right, let's try something different. Got to stay clear of the road that's coming out of there. You know as well as I do that as soon as you try to stay clear of something, you're gonna get in its way. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay. It's as tight that way as we can get. And I know I've said before 100 times, give yourself some space, but when you're trying to deal with stuff like this, I don't know how... Oh, this should work pretty well. I don't know another way is what I was trying to say. trying to give you excuses and reasons why I'm going against my own advice. And then I stop talking about it. That's the way you get out of having to explain yourself, I suppose. Okay, that works. Okay, there's the two of them. Now we need... we need cooling for meat. Oh, and the road there is going to block our... Why? Gonna have to get the road to come out the other side. Otherwise, no train. No train action. Okay. How many times am I going to build the storage containers, or not the containers, the the warehouses? Okay, let's tee that. And I know you're green already. That's fine. Just would like this to be reasonably close vertically. Okay. That works. And now I can get rid of a little bit of this because I know the road will go in there. And if I try to keep this in line, to a certain degree, okay, rail, let's see here. Sorry about flipping that around so fast. I may be changing this up. Now, here, where road, where? Really want to go much closer than probably this right here. And I'm gonna have to hope and you know what, how well that works out, that's close enough. It is. Okay, it's good. And just trying to line these up. Right about there, and on this line right here. Okay. Does that look? Looks a little bit like it's lined up that way. Oh yeah, that's pretty decent. Now, fluids. Do I now abandon my idea of having the 3 separate processor for this, because the connections that we have here just are not particularly conducive to, to having 3. Yeah. It's... Ooh, it went flashed for a second there. I don't know which direction, but just with these storages, container storages, it's just not great. And I don't know if there are any others out there. Maybe this isn't the way to do it. Maybe you do all your container stuff off-site and just ship it directly in. I don't know if I like that idea. It's an idea, not something I'm really gonna switch halfway through doing this. Yeah, I don't see making this work. Or forcing you to sit through watching me try to make it work. because that's just not the most fun. Fiddle farting around with stuff. So let's go with our liquid. I need a cooling one as well. Our liquid one, and I want it down at this line here, if I'm not mistaken. There we go there. Now what I want is to see my pipeline connections. Okay, so there's two ends. Don't know how important that is. Yeah, it should be fine. So if I go with 3 into 1, and then try to decide on a now, just thinking about, yeah, fire extinguished, good. Might want a slightly larger fuel storage because it's going to be supplying fuel to all 3 of those harbors as well as for packaging. And I think I want this on this side. Now where do I want my road? One there. One there. And one there. I should get my roads dealt with without too much issue. That one's connected from here to there, and from there to there. We'll wire those into the platforms at some point. This is all connected up, and we'll need a little more space. What do you know? Needing a platform to drop off the materials, and I'm right now, the other thing that I'm considering in my head is dropping the meat from this whole scenario, the meat packaging. I don't know if I will do that or not. I'm gonna have to think about it, or at least have a look at it. But I feel like I'm making a little bit of progress here, so I don't want to risk Refueling. No, that's not what I'm looking for cargo. Aggregate, okay. So outputs I want on this side. And I would like that lined up there as well. If for no other reason than... Oh, now I need a 1 to 3 pump before I get too carried away. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make this one an underground one. Not the end of the world by any stretch. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Because I got a road that I have to get out. Okay, let's go back to our fuel loading, unloading. I'd like a double one here because I want to unload from the back one. Okay, did I say I wanted these lined up? I did. How are we looking? Not so bad. Have a quick peek. It looks pretty good. Haven't fully decided yet what exactly I'm going to do with that, but there we go. Right. Cool. Now I have to figure out, because we've got a fair ways to come in, and if I'm not mistaken, that's right from there. We'll get to that. I don't know that we'll get them working on that right away, but I think this will work as a reasonable beginning layout. The road network that's going to come in is going to... These are the places of work right here. I'm just trying to think how I can get oh, that dark screen, that flash of the black screen, you didn't see that. I just updated my NVIDIA drivers today, and maybe they're not happy. At any rate, I think the meat storage only has one. Oh no, it has two. So I can hook it up to here and box my road connection in. Just what I need. Yeah, that's not going to be cool at all, is it? I was thinking if I could put a packaging on this side, but then I don't have access to this. I'll have to give that a think. I think I'm over my half hour. Let me just quickly check on the things we started. I think I've got a pretty feasible, might have to tweak this inside one, but I think this side I'm reasonably happy with. And actually, while I'm at it, why don't I start building all of my shoreline stuff? Build everything down here. Please, please and thank you. You don't have access to that one, or those couple of them. I'll have to have a look at that and see. But let's get our helicopters back in the air because that's important. Let's go check our other... Oh, we're up and running, folks. And got all the coal and no bauxite because we don't have any raw bauxite here. We've got one train. That construction is done. This can now be used. Cool. Well, maybe I'm already over the half hour. Why don't I set myself up another train? This has got 8, and I'll set him to go on that other track. Because I sent the other one home. Now, what engine is this? CHS2. Shocking. Go with speed, and then CHS2T. CHS2T 63. That would be it right there. Get one of those. And can handle 69 tons of gravel. So let's see here. Cargo wagon. It's got the rating on the side. Is that this one? Looks like it. Okay, we need 8. Yeah, that would be 8. Okay. Now we'll get you started going. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, I want you to go from here to here with raw bauxite and unload raw bauxite. Wait until loaded. Wait until unloaded. Wait until loaded. And start. And as soon as he fills up, next episode, we'll get him running over here. And we should be able to supply a little bit more of the materials we're looking for. And while I'm at it, why don't I... Oh yeah, that's chain in. 2-directional. Cool. Actually, this needs... I'm going to pause this just so I don't mess it up. This needs to be mixed. And so does that. The chain in. Okay. Let's go see about not quite there yet. All right, this is all done. Is that done? Not quite. Just need some workers. This is done. Close. It'll take a little bit of time. Okay. Well, I think that's an episode then, and we have a full... Yeah, we should be getting some now, which means we should be getting some here. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry. Thank you for hanging with me today. I appreciate you. Next episode, I will keep it to a half an hour, and we'll use the faster speed just so we can continue to move forward, and I don't take a full hour out of your day. Thank you for hanging with me today. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Cheers. Bye now.